What's going on, everybody? Mr. Mugen here today, and this is the Mugen Market Watch with our NBA Top Shot 101 series. And in today's video, we are just going to talk more about the Michael Jordan investment into NBA Top Shot with several other NBA players as well as athletes, and with a company called Coat 2. But what I really wanted to focus on was just Michael Jordan alone and why it's important and why it's such a huge deal for Michael Jordan to actually sign, or not even sign, but to just invest into NBA Top Shot. And without further ado, let's hop into this video. So for us to really understand and know why it's such a huge deal for Michael Jordan to actually invest into NBA Top Shot. Well, for one, Michael Jordan, his memorabilia is very, very hard to as far as the licensing. It's very, very tricky. As you If you didn't know, all of the sports cars that are out after 2003 does not include Michael Jordan at all, because that was since he's retired. And most of the cars that you will see after 2003, as far as sports cars or basketball cards, are not produced by Panini, which is the dominant company that produces a majority of the sports cards right now, from NBA to soccer to football. They produce that. They have most of the licensing rights. And why does the licensing rights matter? Well, if you can see here on this Jordan card here, Michael Jordan, you know, just the licensing, being able to display um, the player in a NBA uniform, yeah, that's a part of the licensing. And for collectors and even investors, that does matter. I mean, what if you were to have this without, with Jordan just in a red jersey? Yes, it's fine, it's cool, but it just doesn't have that value. So let's talk more into about why it's important for Jordan to notice or even invest into NBA Top Shot. Well, for one, all of his memorabilia, which I would think that would include moments as well too, because it's also memorabilia. They're all licensed to Upper Deck, as you can see here. And why is that so? How does that affect his investment into NBA Top Shot? Well, we're going to get into that here just real quick. Well, before we do that, though, I did want to let everybody know that it was in 2000 that Jordan actually signed to be the spokesperson for Upper Deck, and then it wasn't until and then that deal lasted for 12 years, and he was paid about $14 million to do that. And a part of that contract was that all of his memorabilia can only be produced um, by Upper Deck. And you might be like, all right, cool. It's 2021. We should be good. We should be in the clear, but technically, not really. Just because Jordan actually just renewed his contract in 2018. As we know, it's 2021. So it's only been 3 years. And from the previous contract, it was a 10-year contract. So if we're just taking that previous year contract, because they usually don't disclose what the contract is. The only reason why this contract was actually disclosed was because of this lawsuit here, and that's why they decided to share that information. And a lot of things that happen with Jordan is actually like either licensing or copyrights. As far as his signature, even the shape of his head, his logos, all those things come into play as far as the Jordan brand. That is just how that's just how big of a brand he is, and he's a global brand. Obviously, you go anywhere, you'll see a bunch of kids, even adults, wearing the Jumpman Nikes, not specifically just Nikes, but the Jumpman Nike with the actual logo. So why is this all important? Why all this licensing stuff? Well, as far as Michael Jordan and the way the Upper Deck works is that Upper Deck is really sensitive as far as other companies, especially rival companies, using Michael Jordan and any of their memorabilia. And we're just going to check this article here real quick. I have pulled up. Basically, this article happened not too long ago, but what happened was that Upper Deck actually sued Panini, that the company right now that produces cards. They actually sued Panini over licensing on Michael Jordan. Because if you can see here, okay, this is a Scottie Pippen, obviously a Scottie Pippen card, but why did Panini sue? I mean, why did Upper Deck sue Panini? Well, if you can see here, this is where the lawsuit came in. Look to your bottom right here. This is Michael Jordan. And this isn't even a Jordan card. This is actually a Scottie Pippen card. I believe that the lawsuit is still currently going on. I'm not 100% sure, but it just shows the power of Upper Deck and what they have as far as their contract with Michael Jordan. So, how does this affect NBA Top Shot? Well, it might, because we were under the impression that, hey, Jordan signed on, we're gonna eventually be able to get Michael Jordan moments, but as far as I can tell with the contract and licensing that Dapper Labs have with the NBA and MBPA, those are more modern contracts and licensing as far as I know. And those um, the current NBA contracts, I'm pretty sure does not include Michael Jordan, or else if they did, then you wouldn't have these type of lawsuits. And there's, it's all licensing, and that's another reason why NBA Top Shot is actually, well, I personally believe in NBA Top Shot because of the licensing, because of being able to show the uniform, being able to, them in their NBA uniform, right? That brings a lot of value to a lot of collectors, and it matters. It does matter because I've seen some newer NBA, not even NBA, but just basketball NFTs where they'll show like a Kobe, a Kobe silhouette with like the Lakers color jersey. Yeah, that's kind of cool, but it doesn't have that, the little details. A lot of collectors are very detail oriented. So all those things matter, even when it comes into grading cards and getting them sent out, all of that comes into attention to detail. So when you're looking to like flip or invest or trade, you have to take that into consideration. The details that are within the contracts, the details that are within the memorabilia themselves, the moments, the cards, however you want to look at it. So, how is the future going to look for NBA Top Shot and Michael Jordan with all after knowing all this information? Well, before I answer that, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell notification if you thought that this video brought you any value, as I do create NBA Top Shot 101 content as well as NFT content. And down below, we also have the description. I mean, in the description below, I have my Discord channel where we talk about all those things all the time. We get notifications as far as announcements when packs are dropping. So definitely come and hang out with us. But yeah, so how does this affect NBA Top Shot in the long term? Well, for one, if the contract that MJ signed with Upper Deck, if it is another 10-year contract, that means that we have another 8 or so years, right? So until we can actually start getting Michael Jordan moments, or maybe Michael Jordan can actually even go in there and or maybe NBA Top Shot might even be able to do some licensing, royalties as far as with Upper Deck, because although they are a rival company or are in kind of the same niche, I mean, getting royalties and maybe one day even being able to build your own NFT as a company, that might help Upper Deck in the long term. How does that help us as NBA Top Shot investors and collectors? Well, I mean, I've always talked about the platform being a long-term investment, 5 to 10 years, we really want to see where this thing can go. I'm looking at it, more of a lifetime type of investment, just because I really do enjoy owning the highlights, owning the moments, having that the newer technology as far as blockchain, to back that up, minting all those moments and where we can actually track that. And, Dapper Labs is still a pretty young company. You have to believe in the company. You have to believe in the CEO. There's a lot of things that go into it. But yeah, other than that, I hope you enjoyed my video. This has been my video on, you know, doesn't matter if Michael Jordan actually signs onto NBA Top Shot or invests in NBA Top Shot. Short answer, yes, it does, because it at least shows that he's aware. And being aware is, the first step. But other than that, thank you for watching. This is Mr. Mugen with the Mugen Market Watch. I'll catch you in the next one. Mugen out. Peace.